Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my monthly energy forecast. I'm Sarah Louise. I'm an intuitive and a reader of the cosmic environment, and I'm here to share with you my take on what's coming up this month, October 22. What's coming up and what's happening in our cosmic weather, the energy that's going to be around, and how you can best navigate your life through this month. To take all the lessons and all the blessings that this beautiful universe is going to give us, and how you can rise up, keep evolving, keep growing, and essentially, find your happy place and live your best life. So there's a lot to talk about. If you think that 22 has been a crazy year so far, then buckle up, because the ride is about to get super interesting. I believe that October and November are the kind of pinnacle months of this year of transformation, change, turning points, movements forward. There is so much kind of cosmic big alignments happening that create shift and create change for us here. Where do I start? Let's start at the beginning of the month. Okay, so as we go into October, you may be feeling like, oh, it's okay, I've got this, it doesn't feel that crazy, like I'm good. And that's because there's a lot of planets that are retrograde at the beginning of the month, and that means that the energy's kind of slowed down a bit. Could affect you in a way that you may be feeling quite frustrated, like stuff's not moving forward, so it may play out a couple of ways, but the energy around is just that there's a lot of major planets in retrograde. After the first few days of the month, that starts to shift and that starts to change, and the planets start to move forward again, and then you're going to feel like, oh, okay, things are shifting, things are changing. You may be able to move forward on projects. You may find that, there's kind of revelations, or there's new things happening, or, where there was, where you were stuck, you actually can see the way forward. And remember that when planets in retrograde, it's our kind of universe supporting us as it always does, to take a look at some things before we move forward, to assess, to reassess. And that's what all this last few months was about, reassess, reevaluate. I called it the re-month, last month. And now we should be in the position, and we should be in the headspace and energetically to go, I know where I am, I know where I'm going, this is good, now I'm ready to move forward. And then we'll find after the first few days of the month, the planets start to move forward and we start to gain some momentum. So stuff starts shifting, starts happening. You may find where you were stuck, you now can move forward. So it feels better, feel a little bit more in flow. But there's this kind of undercurrent of edgy energy in the air, a little bit like, what is that? One, we've got a full moon in Aries brewing that's a little bit volatile, and it's gonna kind of set a few things on fire that are ready to be burnt out. And primarily the biggest thing is eclipse season. That begins at the end of this month. We've all lived through lots of eclipse seasons, depending on our personal birth chart is how much they smash us, but there's always a change, there's always a shift. It's like a speeding up of energy. It's the wild card, it's the turning point, it's transformation time. And people fear this time, but I want us to embrace it and go, if stuff needs to change, bring it on, let it change, because I want to be living on my highest vibration, on my highest path. So I trust this process. My universe has got me. As I said, we've got retro, then the planets start to move forward. We've got a funky full moon in Aries. We're going to all have to watch ourselves, because we want to react. It's a little bit aggressive, quite chippy, irritating energy around that. So we're going to have to kind of ride that full moon wave. It's just a reminder for us to look after ourselves, to take time out, to think before we speak, to remember that we can be emotional, and we don't have to be reactive. Be calm, lots of nice, go in the ocean if you can, drink lots of water, nice soothing healing baths to put out the fire. Remember, it's Aries, it's a fire full moon. So whatever we can do to combat that energy would be great, and just soften it. If stuff's coming up, and yes, we need to voice our irritations, but it's how we do it, isn't it? It's not always what we say, it's how we say it. So that's going to happen around the 10th, depending on where you are. And then we're going to feel, as I said, this like edgy energy, like what's going on, like yeah. And that's when we head up into eclipse season. So the first eclipse that we have is on the 25th, depending on where you are, it's around that date. And it's a new moon in Scorpio eclipse. So we know Scorpio's death, rebirth, new moon, new beginnings, new energy, change, yeah? So what I'm going to tell you about this eclipse is you may find that something is going to be taken away from you, but it's because something new, better is going to take its place. So we have to remember the silver lining of every cloud. That's going to be our saying of this month. And if we feel like stuff's changing and we're losing something or something's exit, sometimes eclipses is quite sudden. It's quite a kind of big shift, quite quickly, quite sudden, out of nowhere. Yeah, if that happens, we just have to trust that whatever is leaving, it's time for it to go and something new is coming into its place. And it doesn't have to be negative. Yeah, it can be highly positive. Personally, I get married this month. So I can see where this eclipse is kind of really coming in. You know, I'm letting go of, you know, my old title, my old ways, and I'm gonna embrace a new. And it's big stuff. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be a, you know, negative. Like when we think about letting go and, you know, losing something, we kind of go, our conditioning's made us think of negative, but it doesn't have to be. It can actually, yeah, I have to let go of that, but that's because something more incredible is coming in its place. So it will play out a different story for everyone, but everyone will feel this energy because it is eclipse and it is the wild card, and it's gonna come, and yeah, the energy's gonna be here. We're all gonna breathe it, feel it. So, and then our next eclipse is the beginning first week of November, and that one's a full moon, so that one again is a lot of letting go. That one's in Taurus, so I'll talk a bit more about that, but we're going to kind of feel this build up all through October. It's going to kind of really maximize at the end of this month, and then we're going to feel it all through November. We've also got a lot of kind of trines and squares and all sorts of things happening in this time too, that it's just kind of like, it's like, whoa. I'm a Scorpio. I'm like, bring on my season, bring on the eclipse, like, let's go, let's do this. Because I know that after every transformation, after every change, there's this incredible new energy, breath of fresh air, new life that comes. Yeah, and yeah, it's uncomfortable growth, it's uncomfortable changing, you know, letting go. But remember that beautiful butterfly in that dark cocoon for a moment or quite a while, and it's in there and it doesn't really know and it's unsure, and then breaks out into this beautiful butterfly, the most colorful, incredible thing ever. So remember that through this month. It's a month of the turning point, the change, transformation. Many say, and I believe that, and I hear it when I'm listening and channeling, that we get to take an evolutionary jump on in our soul's path at eclipse. So in between those two eclipses, watch this space. Yeah, magic. So there you go, there's our month. This week, take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah, first week of October, just take it easy, look after you. Yeah, laugh, be joyful, be grateful. You know, do your gratitude daily, be kind, choose love. Yeah, all those things that make us feel good. Look after your physical, your mental, your emotional being, please. Yeah, we need it strong for these times. I'm running a session, an event, an online event. I'm calling it Preparation for Eclipse Season. So I will be running a session where I'll talk more about these eclipses and doing a live meditation with you that you can use through eclipse season that will support you, hold you, help you. So please, if you feel that edginess or feel anything that isn't amazing, please, you know, jump on that session. You can watch it live, you can download it, and then you'll have the download that you can repeat through the whole of eclipse season. Yeah, so it's a good tool for you for this time. So that will go out on the 4th of October. So have a look. All the links are in the bio. Super easy to book it, take it as a download, jump on live. Yeah, all the information is in the link in the bio. It's all there, super easy. So there you go. Have an amazing October, and I will see you next in the middle of eclipses.